Hi, this is Team BotTalks. BotTalks is an AI-driven system for generating podcast-style conversation between virtual agents. So what the user can do basically is they can go to this landing page and they can create any kind of podcast that they want to listen about. This can be educational, this can be research purpose, this can be entertainment, this can be anything that it's up to the user's imagination. So let's say I want to create a podcast about social media addiction, effects of social media on different age groups. Our host name will be Jerry, and our guest name will be Professor Jule. These are their personalities, and the user can click on create. Once the user does that, a new job will be created over here and inside the running jobs, and they can see the status of this podcast being generated. It will take some time because it uses Tavily for bringing out the trusted resources from all over the internet, and then it uses Gemini to to create the script for the whole uh, structure. And once that's done, the user can go to their podcast over here, your podcast, and they can just click over here and let's say this is like one of the earlier podcasts that we had created, and they can listen their podcast over here.
All right, folks, welcome. Today we're diving headfirst into, well, I'll let them tell you. So, spill the tea. What's on the menu for us today?
Well, thanks for having me. Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of history. Specifically, we're going to be looking at some key events and how they shape the world we live in. Exploring the origins of a mysterious disease. Turn. Washington Spies is a historical drama that follows the
So here we can see that the agents are talking about different Netflix shows. Uh, what's happening in the back end once the user clicks on create podcast is something that looks like this. So let's say here we have given the topic as effects of Instagram addiction. It will create a job, and we are running a local server over here, and it has started the process for this. So you can see that okay, a job has been created, it has started the Tavily research. uh, what will happen is it will bring out all the different sources from the internet from Tavily, and it will start stitching it together with the help of Gemini, and it will create a script. That script will be passed to Minimax for TTS or text to speech. And here we are using different voice IDs for the guest and the host. So it means that we had to stitch different audios together to do that. For our, let me show you our architecture diagram. So, okay. This is how our architecture looks like. This is the tech stack that we have been using. We have a React app, which is basically triggering the job. And we are using LangChain for all of the creation of the podcast, hitting Tavily and bringing out, cleaning the stuff from that we receive from Tavily. And we have multiple different logics over here to create the content. Once that is done, uh, it uses Minimax for speech to TTS. And for our storage layer, we are using MongoDB and S3. So on S3, all of the content, which is basically thumbnails or audios or short description, long description, all of these different things are being stored into S3. MongoDB has more of a metadata kind of thing that can be used for the UI. So yeah, that's Team Bot Talks. Thank you.